Hey, what's up you guys? I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different for this review, considering how alien this movie is to what I usually review. I felt disingenuous putting it in the same cog and machine that I usually do for my normal reviews, so I thought I still want to talk about it, I still want to cover it, I want to talk about everything that I am interested in. And I do want to talk about classics more often, so I thought maybe a little more honest, heart-to-heart, less edited, not at all scripted review might be more fitting for this one. And what we're reviewing today is the 1960 movie Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And this movie, it turned into a franchise. It's got a bunch of sequels. There's a book that it was based off of, and there's a prequel series that I'm currently watching and I'm currently enjoying. But Alfred Hitchcock's, I don't know any of his work. He's a famed director. He probably deserves all the praise he gets. Everyone, you might not know his movies, but you know his name. And I finally got to see him at work, and it was, a good time. Because I understand the limitations that this movie had, because I know very much how little technology and possibilities you had with filmmaking that was, what was 50, 60 years ago when this movie came out. And some of the shots I was actually kind of dumbfounded. I was like, how could they even have filmed that? There are some parts that don't really hold up. Anything with action, it's a murder mystery, there's gonna be some murder in there. That came across a little bit disingenuous. A lot of other parts really held up though. I really actually got caught up in the story very easily. With this woman, she's stealing money from her work. She's not even really a good person being presented here, but she's very human. And she gets caught up in this murder mystery. She goes to this creepy motel where Norman Bates he's this very creepy dude who's in charge of the place. Something is obviously off about him. He lives with his mom, who is a character in herself. It's a very interesting psychological thriller, and this movie is actually very influential in a lot of ways. I know where they preserve all the important films, they'll have all of the crucial bits of film that they'll try to save forever. This movie's in that vault, which I think is very interesting. Plus, I really like the fact that it has this huge shower scene that's a big deal, and I didn't even know that was from this movie. It's just one of those iconic images that when you see the important images throughout all of film, there will be certain scenes. There will be a part of Jaws, or the E.T. bicycle thing, or the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, or all shit like that. And that shower scene is probably going to be in there a lot of the time. And so it was very nice to be able to place it. And immediately I was like, oh, this scene that I've seen parodied and replicated probably a dozen times. It's from this. And the actors were actually really great. Norman, perfect psychological thriller dude. Norman's mom, she was great. A lot of parts I felt, it's not gonna be for me. The movie ends in kind of a weird way, and it's narrated kind of just told you how the story's gonna be, which it didn't feel kind of natural there. The last shot though, I really much enjoyed that, and it's black and white, but what are you gonna do? So I prefer color and shit, obviously. So a lot of parts, as a person born in 1997, I'm just not gonna be as invested in, because I'm obviously so out of that culture. But at the same time, there was a lot I could appreciate here. And a lot of the movie was just people talking, and with movies nowadays, there's obviously a lot of shit going on, and you gotta use that budget and give people jobs, and they gotta do stuff for the sake of doing it. Movies back then, a lot of time it's just people talking, because that's all they could do a lot of the time. And these fight scenes were pretty bad, but people talking, that's kind of the heart of entertainment, really. Just communication, being able to tell a story. And, you know, with the TV show Bates Motel, which I'm currently watching, again, TV shows, because they're so long and you gotta draw out that budget, a lot of it's just people talking. So, a psychological thriller suspense was both the TV show and the movie. It's mostly just people talking. It's creepy people being creepy. It's characters who are interesting being interesting, and you're not really sure what everyone's motive is. Everyone seems dark. The music, the first like notes of this, it's unnerving. I can see the TV show clearly took a lot from the movie on terms of, you know, just trying to bring back those sounds. It was very creepy noises, and you know, the black and white setting. It's great for these suspense thrillers. I would label it as a horror movie too. You know, if someone threw this on during a horror movie marathon, I wouldn't blink an eye. And you know, I'm a person, I'm not gonna, you know, suck this movie's dick just because Alfred Hitchcock and it's a classic. I'm always gonna be real with you guys and just enjoy it, or say how much I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna enjoy it more just because this fun fact that it's by this director that I technically have only seen one movie of his work. Just because it's classic doesn't mean I'm gonna hold it on a pedestal. So if I'm not giving it like this 10 out of 10 like a lot of people would just because it's this classic, that's because my reviews are subjective and it's all my perspective and based upon my enjoyment. But I actually, you know, I easily could have expected myself giving it like a 5 or a 4 out of 10 because, you know, I'm just so alien to the culture and so alien to this style of filmmaking. But, you know, maybe it's just a testament of this movie because I enjoyed it pretty a lot considering all the facts. Would I give it like an 8 out of 10? No. Would I give it 9? No. 10? Absolutely not. I enjoyed the film. I didn't love it because I doubt I'm ever gonna come back to it, except maybe I'll just watch that shower scene for reference material or something like that. That, or if I feel like marathoning all the movies or something, that would be interesting. It was an interesting film. I really want to go into more classics like this. I think that'd be, you know, I want to raise my credibility as a critic of filmmaking. So I feel it's kind of like a fun school project in a way to do these kind of things. And, you know, now I also have more source material for when I review the TV show. So that's, you know, added bonus right there. And, just the main character, Norman Bates, I think, you know, if you're going into a list of, you know, great movie characters, he deserves to be on there because that was a standout performance and a standout character. And I can't wait to, you know, watch the sequels hopefully eventually and get more invested in him, even TV show too. So, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this kind of ramble review. I enjoyed watching this movie. I would recommend you guys all checking it out. You can probably, if you can't find it, I rented it on YouTube for like a couple dollars. I would recommend that if you're having trouble finding it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and with that, I leave you.